So this evening we've got mostly upper body, a bit of core and a couple of glute exercises thrown in. Similar format to last week. We're going to be doing a circuit, a 45-second circuit, a 35-second circuit and a 25-second circuit. I've got 7 exercises for you. We're going to start with a bit of a warm-up, but before we do that, I'm going to just go through the 7 exercises with you, so when we get going we can kind of transition quite quickly between them. So the exercises you're going to do this evening are, the first one is a second, I'm just changing glasses when I get further away from the screen I need me all the glasses on. Right, so the first exercise is finger flicks. Now don't be fooled by this one, it kind of creeps up on you. So you're going to stand up nice and tall, you're going to put your arms straight out in front of you, keep the arms straight, you're going to clench your fingers and then you're going to flick them out as if you've got something like nasty on the end of your fingertips and you're going to try and flick them off. You're going to keep the arms straight, it's not here, it's straight arms, but you're just flicking the fingers, so you're clenching and flicking, standing nice and tall as fast as you can. This doesn't seem like anything much, but before you know it, your fingers start to ache and your forearms will really be aching. This is something my Royal Marine husband taught me, so it's not as easy as it looks. Next exercise is knee folds. You're going to come down on the ground. You're going to bring those knees up to 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, and all we're going to do is rock from one side to the other, trying to keep the upper body and shoulders on the ground and just bringing those knees down. If that's too challenging for your core, just bring your feet down and you can rock from side to side there. But using your core for the movement, okay, and controlling the movement. We're not just like throwing our legs around, rocking around all over the place. That's exercise number 2 is knee folds. Exercise number 3 is press ups. However you want to do these press ups depends how strong your upper body is. So you might want to find a high surface, a wall, desk, table, chairs, or alternatively come down on the ground and we're just going to go into a kneeling press up. So we're here, making sure the hands are just over shoulder width apart, keeping those arms locked out, keeping them nice flat at the back, and we're going to come down here for the press ups. Try and stop the elbows flaring out. You see a lot of people with elbows kind of coming out here somewhere. Try and have your fingers pointing forwards and bring it into more of a tricep exercise, and keep those arms nice and close to the body. Here you see what I'm doing here as opposed to like out here. That's a lot easier, so if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you really want to focus on that good press up position, keep those arms in nice and close to the body and bring that upper body down. Now I'm not doing full press ups because I'm not that strong at the moment, so I'll just be doing on my knees. You have your legs down, it's a little bit easier. Bring your feet up, it's a little bit harder. So we're there on the press up. So next exercise is a Jane Fonda's. Anyone who remembers Jane Fonda is probably just as old as I am, but let me just change the angle so you can see me a little bit better there on the floor. Right, so Jane Fonda's, basically, we did a bit of glute work last week. This is a similar sort of thing we did to clams last week. We're going to do Jane Fonda's this week. So we're legs all the way out nice and straight. We are either all the way down here or just up on our elbow. Keep that nice straight body position. As we said last week, hips stacked one on top of the other. No rolling backwards or forwards. And we're just going to be bringing the leg up here. Remember to control the movement, okay? So you lift your leg up and you're lowering it. You're not just kind of letting gravity take you down. It's a lift and very much a lower, so you're working in both directions. We'll do 45 seconds on one side, then we'll come to the other and we'll do 45 seconds on the other side. Next is tricep dips. Now if you have a chair or a sofa or a bench or something, then do the tricep dips on there, but you can actually do the on the floor as well. So you're going to put your arms behind you. Again, we're focusing on the tricep, this muscle at the back of the arm here. So you want to make sure that your elbows are staying nice and close to your body. You're going to put your arms back here, and we're going to lift up, okay, and we're going to tricep here. Now what you'll find as your triceps get fatigued is that you'll start to come down, and you're going to sort of turn this into more of some weird hip thrust type of thing, okay? But we want to lift the hips up and making sure those triceps are doing the work. As I say, it's easy if you've got a bench or something, but this is just as effective on the floor, okay? And we're here for the tricep dips. Imagining you've got a big elastic band between those elbows, so we're keeping those dipping here rather than letting them flare out to the sides. The more you can keep those in, imagine you've got a big elastic band between them, the harder you're going to focus on those tricep muscles. And finally we're coming into shoulder taps, so we're going to come into a press up position, and we're just going to tap here, shoulder to shoulder. And as we do this, try not to kind of rock all the way to one side. I see people kind of doing all this sort of stuff. Really try and lock down the body, okay? Keep that nice and still, and literally just transferring the weight hand to hand, tapping the shoulders here, keeping the rest of the body as stable as possible. So that good strong press up position, just tapping from there to there without trying to, bring the whole body into it. Righty-ho, so those are the 7 exercises. I hope they made sense to you. Follow along, 45-second circuit, 35-second circuit, 25-second circuit. First of all, we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So when you're ready, all we're going to do is just get the whole body warmed up with a little bit of jump twisting. So we're literally just jumping side to side, getting the core moving, getting the shoulders moving, getting the body moving, and we're just going to be here for a minute or two, just getting a bit warm and a bit mobilised. So you might be able to hear me a little bit better today. I'm actually in the transition of turning this bedroom into a bit of an office, and it's like studio space, if you like. Last week we were cramped into the study, and there was no carpet down there, so it was a bit echoey, but hopefully you can hear me okay. Right, so once we've warmed up there a little bit, we're just going to concentrate on getting those arms moving. So just take it down there, and I want you to start rolling those shoulders forward. We're going to take it forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time the whole arms for 1, 2, 3, brushing the ears and the hips, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take it back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms out, we're going to shrug up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to go up, one down. This is a great shoulder routine for swimmers. Particularly for swimmers, just to get those shoulders mobilised, and a good little strengthening routine as well. I've forgotten how many I've done there. And then we're going to go at the same time, twist them forwards and back. And you should probably be able to start feeling this in your shoulders a little bit now. They might start aching a little bit because you're working them quite hard. I don't know how many that is, that must be about 10. And then finally, we're just going to bring in more of the upper body there, and just doing that walk like an Egyptian with the banana armour. Moving there, just bringing in the whole upper body. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Shake off your arms there. Should be nice and warm. Let's get straight into the circuit. Starting off with finger flicks. I've got my Tableted Pro app again. If anyone hasn't seen that before, really handy. You can just dial in, your sort of little warm up, and then the main session and the rest for however many rounds you're doing. And this just stops you having to stop and start stopwatch all the time. It's really handy. All right, so 45 seconds with the finger flicks. When you're ready, let's go. Standing nice and tall then, hands out in front of you, keeping those arms straight, just clench and flick your fingers. Okay, don't bend the elbows, standing nice and tall, keeping that bottom kind of slightly tucked under, nice and straight, clench and flick as fast as you can, okay? That's only 10 seconds gone, and you should already start to feel that in your forearms and your fingers, clenching and flicking as fast as you can, really putting some effort into flicking those fingers out and clenching those fingers together. So, as I say, I'm interested to know how you find this one, because most people are really surprised at how quickly their fingers and forearms start fatiguing. Right, 10 seconds to go, keep it going there. Oh man, I can really feel that. Getting ready for knee folds next. So last 3 seconds, then we're down on the ground for the knee folds. 2, 1, okay. Coming down now, bringing those legs up, and all we're doing is taking those knees from side to side, keeping those shoulders on the ground, using that core to pull up those knees. Keep going there then, 30 seconds left. And if you want to bring your breathing into it, you can breathe out as your legs go down and breathe in as your legs come back up again. Keep it going, last 10 seconds. Up and down, try and keep those shoulders on the ground. 3, 2, 1, and up we get 4. What are we doing? Oh, knee press ups, okay? So press ups on a table, on a chair, on your knees, get in that good position, keeping those elbows close to the side, chest all the way down. Breathing out as you come up, breathing in as you go down. It's not a race, just remember, always quality before quantity. Last 20 seconds then, keep it going. That's good, good posture, good position. Last 5 seconds, keep it there, 3, 2, 1. And next exercise is the Jane Fonda. So on your side, keeping those hips stacked, raising and lowering that leg. So flexing the foot, keeping the heel towards the back of the room and lifting and lowering there. Making sure those hips stay stacked, don't roll backwards. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Just keep it going there. 20 seconds to go. And I'm open to suggestions if anyone's got anything they particularly like to do or got a favourite exercise they want working into a routine. I'm more than happy to do this. To do that, we've got another 5 weeks after today, so let's make this an interactive thing. It would be really nice to get some feedback and find out what you guys would like to do. Right, change sides. There we go. Stack the hips on top of the other and just raise and lower the leg there. Making sure you don't roll back. Controlled through the glutes. Lifting and lowering. That's 30 seconds to go. Keep it going there. This is another one of these exercises that starts out quite easy and then starts, when you're 20 seconds, 30 seconds into it, suddenly you start really feeling it in your glutes, especially if you don't do any work in your glutes. So lift and lower, really working those glutes and leg muscles in both directions. Last 5 seconds then, keep it going there. Last 3, 2, 1, and we're on with the tricep dips. So, hands behind you, fingers facing forward, raise those hips nice and high, and let's work those triceps there. Remembering when you start feeling your body dipping, to really push up through the hips, making sure you're working the triceps. Remember, imagine you've got an elastic band between your elbows and really try and draw them in towards each other so you're focusing on the triceps. How you should be doing it. Oh, so talking and doing this at the same time, you definitely lose your form. Last 5 seconds, keep it there then. This is a lot more challenging than doing them on a chair. 2, 1, and finally then shoulder tap, so into that press up position, staying nice and still and literally just taking it shoulder to shoulder. Okay, you should really start feeling this in your arms now. Tapping those shoulders, keeping that body nice and still. Try not to rock too much from side to side. You're just transferring the weight from one side to the other. Keep it going. You can step up the pace if you want to. Do this as fast as you want, as long as you've got that good stable platform and you're just transferring the weight. 15 seconds to go then, keep it going. Last 8 seconds. Get those reps in, keep it going. Last 3, 2, 1. Ooh, hold it there. Shake your arms out. Grab some oggin. And hopefully you enjoyed that first round and all those exercises made sense to you. Feel free while we just have a bit of a catch up and some water. Cheers. So it's 1:15. 2 more rounds to go. Next round is 35 seconds. And then the final round will be 25 seconds. Hope you've all had a good week so far. Right, let's reset the clock. We're at 35 seconds. I think we did 40, 30, 20 last week, but I've upped it for 5 seconds around this week. Right, okay, 35 seconds. Let's just shake the arms off. Get ready for round 2. Get ready with those finger flicks in just a few seconds. Let's get going then. Okay, standing nice and tall, keep that core engaged, bottom tucked under, arms out, let's clench and flick clench and flick as fast as you can. Keeping those arms straight. I don't want to see arms coming into it. Keep those arms straight. Just clench and flick those fingers as fast as you can. Keep it going. You should really start feeling those in your forearms already. Remember the rest of your body and what that's doing. Make sure your posture's nice and strong. Standing up tall. Keeping that bottom tucked under. Keeping that spine nice and straight. Keep it going there. Last 5 seconds. Clench and flick those fingers. Go, 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 go. Last few. 2, 1. Down on the ground. Knees up. Let's get straight into it then. No messing around. Keep those shoulders on the ground and just take those legs from side to side. 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. Keep it going all the way down and back up again. If this causes you any grumpiness in your back at all, then let me know. I can give you some other exercises to do, or take it down, as I say, feet on the ground, and just take that extra exercise out of it there. Woo. Alright, next exercise is press-ups. Good strong press-up position, knees down, and let's go. Let's pump out as many press-ups as you can, making sure you've got good quality form before you start pushing out the quantity. But keep it going. Let's work nice and hard now. We've only got 15 seconds to go. Keep it going. Woo. Keep those elbows tucked into the side. Last 5 seconds. We're nearly done. 3, 2, 1. Next exercise then, Jane Fonda's on the side. Get that leg out. Get that good twist through the hip and raise and lower, keeping those hips stacked one on top of the other. Lifting and lowering. We're not just kicking up and bringing the leg back down again. It's a conscious lift up and lower, lift up and lower. Keep it going there then. Last 10 seconds, and then we're just going to swap onto the other side. Consciously self, you're not rolling backwards, making sure you're keeping that good stable position. 3, 2, 1, change sides. Stack the hips, rotate, and bring that leg up and down there. Keep it going then, making sure that you're getting, as I said, good quality exercises before you think about bashing out poor quality but quantity exercises. Raise and lower as high as you can. Last 10 seconds, keep it going there. Oh, starting to rock back a bit there. Not concentrating, and you start to kind of move backwards because your body's always looking for the easy way out. 2, 1, and we've got tricep dips. So hips up, raising yourself up, making sure those elbows go to the back of the room and push back there. Okay, so say if you're doing this on a chair or a table, making sure that you keep your back and bum close to the table or close to the chair or the bench or whatever. And to make it easier, you want to bring the legs closer towards you. To make it harder, you bring the legs further out. And that's however you're doing it. Lift and lower there. Ha! Keeping those hips up, I was letting them drop. Last 3 seconds. 2, 1. And what have we got next? Shoulder taps to end on then. Good strong press up position. Remembering, try not to rock side to side. You're just transferring the weight from hand to hand. Tap the shoulder and back down again. Good strong position. Keep it going. And then once you've got a good rhythm, just see if you can up that tempo a little bit, going a little bit faster. We've got 10 seconds left, okay? See if you can get a little bit more into there. A few more. Oh, 5 seconds to go. And we can have another break. 2, 1. Okay. That was round 2. How did you find that? Hope you enjoyed that. Right. Oh, grab some water. Now I know as runners, We don't tend to work our upper body an awful lot. We just kind of focus on our legs a lot of the time, which is why I kind of wanted to bring a little bit of upper body into some of these sessions, just so you can mix it up a little bit. Haven't gone crazy on the upper body, haven't gone crazy on the strength, but it is important to get a good whole body kind of exercise session in, at least once a week, because it's very easy to focus. What we tend to do when we're exercising is we focus on the things that we enjoy doing and the things that we find quite perhaps slightly easy. Like, flexible people tend to stick to doing yoga and maybe Pilates, and people who are quite strong tend to stick with their weightlifting. People who like running tend to do a lot of running, and perhaps some leg-based stuff. But actually, definitely as we get older as well, we really need to focus on working the whole body. Stick to doing the stuff you love, but absolutely do some whole body stuff as well, or some other things. So if you like to run, do some strength work. If you like to do some strength work, where was I? Yeah, we will tend to focus on what we like doing, but and then we don't tend to do what we kind of should be doing. So if you're doing lots of strength work, perhaps do a bit of yoga or a bit of CV. And if you're doing lots of CV stuff, do a bit of strength work, or maybe some yoga or Pilates or something. But really, keep that whole body moving, because it's important we keep everything moving and working together rather than just focusing on one area all the time. Cross training is literally, not just go to a CrossFit gym, but cross training your whole body is really important. Righty ho, last round then. Quick round, 25 seconds. As I said, quality is really important, but it's 25 seconds this round, so really try and up the quantity of the exercises you're doing. Now that you've had 2 rounds, you should be a little bit more familiar with those exercises. Let's really try and bash out as many as we can, keeping good form for these last 25 seconds per exercise. It'll be over with before you know it. Let me just change the timer there, so we're not doing 35 seconds again. Right, 25 seconds, 7 rounds. When you're ready, let's go. Finger flicks then, as fast as you can. Keeping those arms nice and straight, keeping that good body posture, bottom tucked under, nice and tall. Clench and flick, keeping those arms straight as fast as you can. Keep it going, keep it going. Imagine you've got something really nasty on the end of your fingertips. You're trying to flick it off. Clench and flick, keep it going. Last 10 seconds, as fast as you can now. Really, really keep it going. I can certainly feel that burning in my forearms and my fingers. Keep it going, keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Straight down into the knee folds. Good quality exercises, but let's get that quantity in. Using that core to bring those knees up and across. Keep it going there. Breathing out as you come down, breathing in as you come back up again. Last 5 seconds, keep it going. Oh, right, what have we got next? Near press ups. Let's get straight into those press ups then. Keeping that good form. Shoulders, making sure those elbows are tucked in nice and close. Chest all the way down to the ground. Keep going. Last 10 seconds. Let's push a few more out. Keep it going all the way to the end. Last 5 seconds. You've got this. Keep it going. 2, 1, and straight into Jane Fonda then. On the side. Get that leg up and down, raised and lowered. It's working those core muscles, those glute muscles, all the way up, all the way down. Raised and lower, raised and lower. Last 10 seconds, then we're just going to swap onto the other side. Keeping that foot flexed, keeping that heel pushing towards the wall. And toes facing forwards. 2, 1, let's change sides. Hips stacked one on top of the other. Raise and lower there, raise and lower there, and keeping good quality, good form, making sure you're not rolling backwards. Last 10 seconds, keep it going. I used to think it was all about just tricep dips next. Yeah, I always used to think it was not a good exercise session unless I ended up in a complete sweaty heap at the end of it. But sometimes it really is more about concentrating on your form and your function and your stability than it is just about doing a million poor quality reps to get a sweat on. Especially as we get a little bit older. Last few seconds there, and we're into the shoulder taps. Good press up position, swapping side to side, tapping those shoulders. Keep it going there. transfer in the weight, hand to hand, don't rock, good strong core position, stabilise down through the core and take it side to side. Keep it going. Last 3 seconds and we are done in 2, 1. Woo! Give yourselves a high five. Well done, guys. As most people get injured because they're not stable and they start doing all this crazy stuff before they build any kind of stable foundations. Right, I haven't got a finisher for you this evening, so we'll go straight into a little a cool down. So first of all, we've worked those triceps quite hard this evening. So we're going to bring the arm up, back down into the top of the back, other arm across, just grabbing hold of the elbow and pulling down through the triceps there. Remember when you do this, there's a tendency to kind of stick your bum out, so keep that good form, tuck your bum under, stay nice and strong there and just pull down, feel that tricep stretch. You've worked them quite hard, so if you haven't done a lot of tricep stuff, you might feel those aching a little bit tomorrow. Hold the stretch there for a little bit longer. And shake it off, change sides. Reaching down. If you're particularly flexible, you might be able to grab hold of your fingers. For me, I can do it one side, but I can't do it the other side, or I can just about touch my fingers. But you might find, and it's interesting to note that kind of thing as well. If you can get more range of movement in one side than the other side, then you need to work on holding the stretch longer on the side that's tighter. Righty-ho, chest stretch. So take your arms out, thumbs facing to the ceiling, palms facing forwards, and just push back to the chest there. Hold it there for a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, about 20-30 seconds. Push back, push back, push back. Keep those arms up, thumbs facing up, push back. Again, think about what the rest of your body's doing. Try and keep that good, strong, tall posture. Slightly engaged through the core, but not like crunching down, just supporting your spine. And then take your thumbs down and push back again. Keep the arms up. You can see myself on screen and you can see my arms going down. So that's why gyms are, have mirrors in them, so you can keep an eye on your posture and your form. Right, push back, push back. That's good. Oh, shake it off there. Then what we're going to do is grab hold. Imagine you're hugging a big tree. Clench your hands in front of you, and then we're going to imagine you're pulling the shoulder blades apart at the back. So you're really kind of rolling forwards, sort of parting the shoulder blades away from the top of your back there, and really stretch out through the top of the back. Oh, that's good. Hold it there. Hugging a tree. Keeping that good form again through the spine. And shake it off there. Next one then, we've worked those forearms quite hard doing those finger flicks. So we're going to take the arm out in front of you. That's the best way for you to see what I'm doing now. We'll take this other hand and we're going to just basically straighten the arm and pull down on the fingers, and you'll really feel a lovely stretch all the way down your forearms there. So again, standing nice and tall, just feeling like good stretch through the forearms. This is a really nice stretch. I like this one. In fact, I've got a really good wrist mobility routine I could do with you maybe next week or one of these weeks, because so many people have problems in their wrists. They've got really poor mobility and strength through their wrists, so that might be worth sharing with you next week or one of the weeks coming. Let me know if you're interested in that one. And shake it off there. Do the other hand. And my mind's racing with all sorts of stuff I could do with you now. I've got a really nice foot mobility routine as well, so maybe we can add that as a finisher on one of our sessions, especially for you guys being runners. I think sometimes we don't show our feet enough love. So a bit of a foot mobility is a really nice routine. It's one of my core routines in my membership. Actually, my foot mobility routine is in my membership site. So all my workout videos and 15 recipes a month, and new workout videos are going in there every single week. So let me know if you're interested in that, because it's a really good offer. Anyway, shake your hands off there, and finally let's just do a little stretch through the core. I'm going to come down onto the ground, We'll do a good old cobra stretch, so hands either side of the shoulders, and we're just going to reach up here and stretch through. Okay, letting the glutes relax, letting the back relax, and just push up through to wherever you're comfortable. Okay, don't overstretch this one if you haven't got the mobility to do it, but just hold there. Take some good deep breaths. Oh. In fact, we might just do a quick glute stretch as well, actually, before we finish. Just with that little bit of Jane Fonda's that we did. Okay, hold it here for a little bit longer. Oh, and come down. We're going to roll onto our backs. We're going to cross, I think we did this one last week. I'm going to take the foot over the other knee, pass our hands through the gap and round the back of the other thigh, and just push back there through, pull back, not push back, pull back there through the back of the leg, and you can really feel that stretching off those glute muscles there. What did we do the 1990 one last week? I can't remember, it might be the 1990 stretch, but this is another good glute stretch. Remembering that initially when you start a stretch, your body's going to resist it a little bit and not allow you too much movement, and then as those receptors in the muscles get used to the stretch, if you like, and accept that you're not about to rip the muscle off the bone, then the body kind of allows you more movement, which is why you need to hold a stretch for long enough for those receptors to get that message, and breathe into the stretch and pull it a little bit deeper. Okay, change sides. Right, I think that will do us. We're just over the half an hour stage. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care, guys. Toodaloo.